Hi, I'm Michelle.
And I'm Adam, and these are 3 games for learning or studying about classic literature.
Kill Shakespeare is obviously going to go with your study of Shakespeare's plays. In the game, you're going to be playing as one of the characters from his many plays. It's really interesting because they put together all the characters from the plays into this one world where they can interact together. And the basis of the story is that Shakespeare has a quill and he's written out these plays and has made what the story is. And the characters within the play want to obtain this quill so that they can rewrite the bad things that have happened in their stories. Each character has its own objective of what they're trying to achieve. But overall, you're playing this cooperatively. So you're teaming up, you're trying to do this together, but in the end, you have your specific goal of what you want to achieve. For instance, Hamlet wants that quill so that way he can bring his father back to life and take revenge for his death. Even though really then he wouldn't be dead in the first place, but it's a game.
Yeah.
There are many different characters and their stories are just slightly different from in the actual plays. And so it's a great way a great opportunity to be able to discuss what is different about them. The way they play within the game, does it make sense with how they behave within the play? And it's a great opportunity to write about various different topics of gameplay or the idea of the control that an author has when they're writing. So that is Kill Shakespeare.
Our next game is Beyond Baker Street. This would go well with any study based on any of the Sherlock Holmes book series. Because in this book, you're going to take on the role of Watson, and basically all of you are Watson altogether. You are trying to figure out the case before Sherlock does, together, because you kind of want to show up Sherlock, I suppose. So in this game, you have a hidden card with a hidden number, and everybody else can see it, and you are trying to give clues to other people so they know what numbers to place down, and they're going to give clues to you so you know when and what numbers to place down in front of you. It plays fairly simply, so it's easy to get, but it goes well with just understanding the cases and different things that you're going to be going through while reading Sherlock. And so this is just a fun game to play as a family, cooperatively, and then discuss later how different things interact in a similar way with the books that you are reading.
Robinson Crusoe is also a cooperative game, which I guess they all were.
Yeah.
In Robinson Crusoe, you actually have several different scenarios. So you could put this with a bunch of different books. It works great if you're studying Robinson Crusoe, obviously, but it also will work if you're studying Swiss Family Robinson or if you're studying Treasure Island. There are also other scenarios that may or may not go with books. They're not very specific, but they could tie in. The general idea is that within your scenario, you are on an island. You need to explore it. You need to get resources so that you can survive living on the island. But each scenario has its own goals. So in the Treasure Island-esque scenario, you are specifically looking for treasure. And so you're on this island, you still have to be able to survive it, but you also have to find the treasure. In some scenarios, you are trying to build a raft to get off the island. In the Swiss Family Robinson scenario, you're trying to build a house so that you can make a home here on this island, but you still also need to survive all the animals and the hunger and things like that. It's just a great way. It's very immersive, and it ties into these things. It makes the idea of being stranded on an island just a little bit more understandable for the students who probably haven't had a situation where they have felt isolated or like they need to provide for themselves.
What games do you use for classic literature? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.